talk about mosh pits. You're here with Silverstein.
Big mosh pit fan.
Love the pit.
Gotta get into it, then you gotta get out, then back in.
That's how it works. You got any stories from the pit?
Well, I was just remembering the other day, my very first mosh pit.
Yeah.
And it was a weird time because it was at a Spice Girls concert, and I will say I was young, so I didn't know security doesn't normally let you do this, but I brought in with me a carrot cake, and I was hoping to share it with the girls. And
we call that a share-it cake.
I actually didn't know that. Yeah, my mistake.
We did.
And so I'm in there, and I'm enjoying the show, and they're about to play the song that everybody likes, and I very much liked it. But I had this cake. I had no way of giving it to the spicy girls. And so I just stepped right into the pit, windmill 360, cake in the air, no problem. As I land, boom, right in my hand. Guess what? In the air smell? 8 perfect slices. 3 for me, 1 each for the girls. So that was my first one. They've all kind of gone downhill since then.
Pretty nice.
What about you?
One of the earliest pit scenarios I can recall. I went with one of my best buds, my friend Jer. We escorted his younger sister to a concert, which was a band called the Moffats, which is basically the Canadian Hanson. Little boys playing rock, girls love it. And to this day, despite having been on many tours with hardcore bands, metal bands, all that, I have never seen so much carnage as I did at the Moffats show. They were taking girls out on stretchers, like 10 at a time. They were clawing each other's faces to get to the Moffats. That's some heavy mosh.
So now it's up to you to decide which of those stories was real. Write us at Silverstein. That's just address it to Canada, send it in the mail, and we'll get it.
You put Silverstein, Canada, it shows up right at our house.
Might take 2 stamps. I don't know where you're sending it from, but that's been good?
Yeah. Mosh boys!
All right.
That's been...
Thank you.
And there you have it. You heard it here.
Hey, this is Blake from Counterparts. I'm gonna give you my first, best, and worst mosh pit stories. So, ironically, the first and the worst are the same. It was to Hatebreed, and I got my ass kicked really bad by a Nazi. It sucked. I really wish I could find him and kick his ass back, but you know, can't really. I don't know where the fuck he is, but okay. So the best one is actually not my own. I heard this story from Josh James from Stick to Your Guns. Back when he played in his band Evergreen Terrace. Someone was naked and set themselves on fire while they were moshing, and it was literally the best story I've ever heard, so there you go.
What's up? I'm Will from Dance Gavin Dance.
Making flirty faces, rounding up the bases.
Let's see, mosh pit stories. My first mosh pit story would be at a Deftones show. I was like 17. I drove to San Jose like 3 hours and stayed the whole show. Poison the Well was sick, Clutch was good, and then Deftones come on. Within the first 2 songs, it's just a crazy pit, and someone just punched me in the stomach, and I like started vomiting like on people, on the guy, and I just ran out and like went to the medical tent, and they had to, you know, make me better. I missed the whole show, so that sucked. The most recent one, I was at a Death Grip show like 2 years ago, and my wallet got stolen in the mosh pit. Actually, no, my phone, my iPhone, and it sucked because I was at a festival with a bunch of people. John was there, and I was like, I had no idea how to get a hold of anyone, and then randomly somebody came up to me. It was a DGD fan, and I was like, oh, let me use your phone. So I called the only number I have memorized, which was Matt, and then I was like, Matt, what's John's number? So that was the most recent one.
Hey, I'm Matt from Dance Gavin Dance. I don't have as good as the stories as Will, but my first ever mosh pit I definitely remember was is the Deftones as well. They played at the Memorial Auditorium in Sacramento in like 2002, and I remember being scared shitless because I had never been in a pit or anything before, and nothing special there.
Oh, how about our guy who always passes out?
Yeah, bad experience. This has nothing really to do with me, but it's a guy in Cleveland. He always comes out to our show.
In Detroit.
In Detroit, yeah, it's that whole area, and he always has seizures in the mosh pit. And multiple times we've had to stop playing so he can get medical attention during our set.
3 separate times.
3 separate times. We love you, buddy.
Yeah.
We're homies.
Yeah, put like blinders on.
Yeah. Best was probably at South by Southwest, like 5 years ago or something. Dredge was playing, and they played like a late show at like midnight, and I was hammered drunk, like just in the front of the pit. I don't usually do stuff like that. I sit in the back and just drink and watch. But so yeah, that was the best. It was a lot of fun.
I'm John. My first mosh pit was System of a Down in Incubus, the Snowcore tour in like 98 or something, with Mr. Bungle, and that one was memorable because Mike Patton came out in a Sacramento Kings jersey and started just yelling, "Fuck the Kings, you guys suck," and everyone's booing him. And that's how I think I was introduced to Mike Patton, and then he became one of my favorite singers. I don't really have a worse one. I sort of started staying out of mosh pits once I like got almost like kicked in the face at the boardwalk. I think it was at like a 5-minute ride show, which is like Kurt's first band in high school. And then yeah, after that I stay on the outside with like my fist out, hoping not to get kicked or punched.
Okay, that's about it.